Have you ever had the Thanksgiving walk with your family?
What?
Do you know what the Thanksgiving walk is? When like you go on a walk with your cousins.
After you eat to like help digest your food.
My God.
She's 16. How is he in her room? Are her parents not home?
That's the questions we're all here to ask everybody. That shows you how precious Megan is. She's a precious soul. I love her dearly. We teach her a lot. She just actually found out today what a thirst trap is.
The book talkers are tagging me and like.
And so she sends me just 2 or 3 videos of just hot dudes just doing nothing. Let's talk about this week.
Welcome to Paired Up Podcast, episode 5.
I think we're 6 now.
No, I thought it was 5.
Could be 5. I'm not going to lie. I've lost track. I think it's 6. I think we have 6.
My gut tells me it's 5.
It's probably 5 then, because she's normally right. How are you, Megs?
I am surviving.
We're still paired up after
paired up.
a holiday, a crazy holiday.
You and I have learned how to maneuver those holidays.
Yeah, I think we do a really good job, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're pretty solid. I think we're in the top like 5% of relationships during holidays. We've got it down to a science now. We
I don't know if I'd give us that much credit.
Really, we didn't
Top
fight
5%?
one time. We didn't fight one time, and we didn't even get perturbed with each other at one time.
I guess you're right.
Out of 3 family
but
holidays.
I don't know. If
Back to
that's-
back to
yeah,
back.
Maybe we just got lucky this time. I did get a little perturbed.
Or maybe we have growth.
I did get a little perturbed.
From me?
Yes.
What'd I do this
Let me
time?
use my sister's teaching.
Tell me. Let's see. What did I do now?
Teaching, clapping hands. So for someone who's all about guy
get on
rolls,
this.
girl rolls.
Yeah. Oh,
I loaded the car every single
Yeah.
day.
But I will give this to my defense for the people out there. Megan is what we call, I have to get it done now or else I'm going to freak out. If it happens 2 minutes later, 5 minutes later, nope.
We'll be
can't
late.
happen. And so very much so, I'm like, it's like the type that's like, literally when I get out of bed, I'm going to go grab this thing. And then by the time you get out of bed, it's already there. And she's like, I can't believe you didn't grab that thing. It was already like, I can't believe you
move
like,
at a snail's pace.
I do, but I will get it done. I'm going to get it done.
We would have been late.
We wouldn't have been late, but we definitely would have left, like you're right, like 20 minutes later or 15 minutes
Those are
later.
precious 20
Maybe even
minutes.
10 minutes later.
No. Not that one morning, no. It would have been like 20, 30 minutes
like
late.
literally, I was like, what happened was I basically woke up and then I was like, yeah, I'm going to go pack real quick. And then I was like, oh, actually, because, Thanksgiving, after 3 Thanksgivings in a row, you got to go to the bathroom. And so I was like, okay, actually, before this long 3-hour trip that I'm driving, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. And so I literally just go to the bathroom and then I come out of the bathroom.
He makes it sound so nonchalantly, like I just went to the bathroom. But like when you guys go to the
was like-
bathroom, it is an event.
I'm not gonna lie. Guys go to the bathroom a little bit longer.
It is an event.
Let's just say I had to make sure that all my demons were under control before we started driving back, okay? Because you don't want to have that happen to you on a 3-hour car ride. So I just go to the bathroom like a normal man bathroom time, which I will say was probably like 10, 15 minutes. It took a little bit of time. And I come back out all packed. Completely packed.
You
door
realize
packed,
that was the...
everything packed, everything. And I was just like...
Do you realize that was the 3rd or 4th loading of the car? I loaded the car the day we left. I loaded the car.
You're not wrong. Each of those
from
times...
one house, I loaded the car from another house, and I loaded the car to go home.
Each of those times, I think I was going to the bathroom.
So what's this tell you about our relationship? You should set your alarm a little earlier.
You should
than
get up
normal
earlier to go to the bathroom
go to the
before we leave,
bathroom
so
so
that Megan
you
can
can
leave 10
load
minutes
the
before
car.
the timing before we
so
leave.
you can load the car.
Let's be honest, you may be a little bit jumping the gun on it, a little bit.
I don't think so.
If you want me to load it, I'll load it. You just gotta wait 5 minutes.
No.
But if you want to load it
makes
yourself
us
and be
late.
done 5 minutes, that's not my fault. But I appreciate you for loading it. As you can see, maybe we are in the top 5%. Maybe we got a little bit more time to work on this type of stuff. But regardless, I think we did a pretty good job. Thanksgiving is a crazy time of year, I feel like. Because that's when it's like you're bored enough. Like the
What do you
whole
mean?
family is bored enough to where like tempers can fly, opinions can get out there. Like people can just a normal Thanksgiving for anybody. Like Christmas, I feel like you're doing things, you're unwrapping presents, people are like playing with the toys they got.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving, it's like you have to sit around and talk to your entire family and eat and talk to your entire family and continue talking. And there's always like that one weird uncle or that crazy grandpa or whatever that's like spouting out political stuff, or like you're yelling at your cousins or doing whatever.
Yeah.
And I think like that's why people's Thanksgivings are wild. It's either your Thanksgivings like are good or bad.
Yeah. I can see that.
It can go downhill. Have you ever had like a Thanksgiving go downhill?
I have actually. Yeah.
Is this something you can talk about that won't like give things away?
I won't, just out of respect for my mom. But yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah. So you
And
can't,
it wasn't anything she
so
did.
you can't
It was
like not say names, like keep it like very vague.
Okay, I'll keep it. Someone showed up at a Thanksgiving of ours that was not invited.
Yeah.
And
Like a family member?
yeah.
Okay. So family member not invited shows up, craziness.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
had words and was really rude to my mom and was like screaming and cussing at her. And then kids got involved to like get her to leave. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, this is all like as we're grown adults.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had that type of drama. We did have the drama where like my granddad's like, so my granddad basically, wife passed away, ended up kind of finding a gold digger-esque person, and the whole family knew it, but obviously he was like 95, so he's like super old. He didn't care. He was just trying to live out his life. But like the family didn't want her to come to Thanksgiving, and she wanted to be there with him, and he wouldn't come to Thanksgiving unless she was there.
I do remember that happening.
It was we're a drama-free family, except for that last like 2-3 years was like,
you guys completely changed it up. Like you used to go to your ranch for Thanksgiving.
Well, we used to just have the whole family together for like everything.
Yeah.
And then now I don't think we've had a family get together for a long time.
I never went to one.
Yeah. You've never went to a full family?
No, that's when they stopped doing it.
Yeah, it got intense. So I'm sure probably let me know down in the comments below your crazy Thanksgiving story.
Yeah, I definitely want to see if anyone has any crazy Thanksgiving stories.
There's so much that you get during like Thanksgiving time. I feel like there's so much drama that goes on.
It's holiday season.
Have you ever had do you even know what this means? I'm going to ask you. You let me know if you know what it means. Have you ever had the Thanksgiving walk with your family?
What?
Do you know what the Thanksgiving walk is? When like you go on a walk with your cousins
after you eat to like help digest your food.
My gosh, Megan. You
literally just said you go on a walk.
I know, babe. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. I love you.
Is that bad?
I love you. So
it's not what that is.
The Thanksgiving walk is a famous walk where you may partake in particular substances with your cousins away from the parent figures of the family. So maybe you go on a walk and maybe you sneak a little out there, and then you come back and then everybody is inebriated.
Oh no. I didn't even know that was a thing.
You were like, to digest your food?
Yeah, like after you eat, you go on a walk.
To be fair, I don't think I ever did. Maybe some of my cousins did, but I never like did that because I've never smoked anything. I've always thought like putting things in your lungs was like a bad way to do it, and that was like the only way you could do that for the longest time. Now there's a lot of different ways you can do that.
Yeah,
you can just eat a little gummy or something, or a popsicle, or who knows what, soda. They have like sodas.
Ooh,
but
that would taste so bad.
But yeah, no, I think I would get way too paranoid around like family members to do that. That would be crazy.
I was a good child.
So you were a good child.
I didn't
Did you? Now that I've told you that, is there other cousins that maybe you know that are part of your thing that maybe you went on walks that didn't invite you?
Thanksgiving with cousins. We
Sisters,
never lived near
brothers, stepsisters, stepbrothers. Never went on a little walkie walk. I definitely had some. I know.
I mean, maybe my
I definitely had some cousins that went on a walk. Went on their walk. I was gonna say
no. If they did, I did not notice.
Dang, that just shows you how.
But then once we all got like of age, our parents didn't care. We had cocktails or whatever.
This is more of the.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. That's kind of that shows you how precious Megan is. She's a precious soul. I love her dearly. We teach her a lot. She just actually found out today what a thirst trap is.
I knew what a thirst trap was. Ish.
We'll talk about it later, but we'll talk about it later in a new segment that I'm gonna call her book talk segment. We're gonna do a tech talk and a book talk where I have my one tech techie story of the week that is like, out there, and you have your one book talk segment of the week that's out there. And speaking of which, we might as well just go ahead and get right into what's the buzz. What you drinking today, Megs?
Pinot Noir.
You know what brand it is or anything?
Spyglass.
Is it one that you like? Is that like one that you like, Spyglass? And it's a Pinot Noir? Oh, I think like if I had to have a red, it would probably be a Pinot Noir.
They're the best.
They are pretty good. And I'm drinking whiskey. I can't even remember what. Do you remember? This is like a
new
rye
bottle.
whiskey.
It's like
is this a bourbon?
Something or another. I don't know. I just grabbed it out of the liquor cabinet.
I mean, it tastes pretty good.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
Freshly opened.
It's good. Let me see the legs on that wine, babe. You remember how like they do that? Make you do, like whiskey actually has legs too. You see that? See that?
Maybe this is too cheap to have legs. I don't know. It's not actually. This is like
you got enough legs
bottle.
for all of them, baby.
Thanks, boo.
Let's go. So obviously the first thing that comes along with Thanksgiving is what? Other than the food, what happens after Thanksgiving that everybody's doing?
Oh, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, shopping for
shopping.
Christmas.
Did you get any good shopping stuff?
I literally got every single person done in our family except Grayson.
Dang.
Do you know how badass I am?
That is pretty crazy.
I got everyone done from Friday to last night.
Well, what if I told you that maybe you didn't save as much money as you thought you did? Because Black Friday is becoming a scam, I think. I think it's a scam. So basically everybody, the reason why I bring that up is first story of the day. Everybody on TikTok has been outing Old Navy, Target, Walmart, everybody for basically lying about their Black Friday sales. So basically what everybody's doing is they're either keeping the price the exact same. I'll just show you. Here's the video from Target. Let me make it bigger for you. And so basically you're going around and
oh my gosh.
And every single sale is exactly the same. So like, you know how Leonard was like, I got this TV for like super cheap.
Yeah.
That was the TV, the 65 inch. Here's a 4K for $400.
I thought he got a 75 inch.
65.
Oh.
Or maybe he got a 75. I don't remember.
He got his from Walmart though.
But yeah, so basically they're all the exact same prices.
So how are people not catching this?
Well, they are. That's the point. She's touting everybody and she's being like, you guys are tricking me. And I had another one that I didn't have on here, but it was Old Navy, and it was like buy all these things for $4.99, 50% off. And they looked and they basically put $10 price tag stickers on everything to bring it down. So $10, 50% off is $4.99. They peel away the thing and the true price of it is $4.99. So they're like basically like everybody's just scamming everybody. Bitches. And to be honest, like obviously I run an e-com business, something nice company. And we did do a sale, what I'm saying, 30% off. Actually, I think it is. It may be still, I don't know. It's Cyber Monday. You're probably not going to get this in time. We could run it a little bit longer. I don't know. But as far as things go, I know that like in the past, we would run sales during only Black Friday week. Like that was only the time when we would run the sales.
Yeah.
But this year, because of the economy's a little bit down, people were hurting a little bit more. We and tons of other people actually decided to run their sales from November 1st all the way through.
Oh, dang.
And so what probably happened is if you look at those Target ones, they say the sale, like underneath it still says Target sale.
Yeah.
And so what they did, they probably already put Black Friday prices from the start and work their way all the way through. And so when it comes to Black Friday, they're not going to sale on top of the sale that's already sailing.
Yes.
So they just keep, it's just the same.
I will say when I was shopping, I always, I replenish my candles at this time because the place I order my candles from, this is the highest discount they'll do all year. They do it twice a year, one this time and one in the spring. And I don't know if it's just because I haven't bought them in a minute, but they definitely raised their prices because the candle I used to get was 65 and now it's 80.
Yeah. So that's the other trick in the e-com business is they up the price of it. And
then your little 25% off is nothing.
So it brings it right back to the original price. And the crazy part is that's just the economy right now. Like everybody's hurting. Like I know like the cost of everything we're doing is like way up there even more. And if you guys don't know, the way that normal people do a business is you have to have a base cost that's 4 times what you pay for it to have a functioning product that you can scale.
Yeah, and like the margin.
So like, yeah, so if you're going to sell it for 40, you have to get that product for 10 because then you have to account shipping and everything, which is like 10 to 12 bucks. Shipping is so expensive.
So I shipped something today, literally the lowest they could give me was $24. And it was a sweatshirt.
What were you shipping? Who were you shipping that to?
Long story short, it's part of my book club thing.
You got to go to Pirate Ship next time. Like we ship all of our stuff through Pirate Ship. Shout out Pirate Ship. But they give you like way cheaper rates.
So I should have called Mateo.
Yeah, you should have called Mateo.
Damn.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry.
But that being said, yeah, you got shipping, which is another $10 to $12 minimum on that dollar product. And then you have advertising. And the cost of advertising is like almost 10 to, depends what you have, but $10 to $40, $50 to acquire a new customer. So if you can get a $10 customer acquisition, which is amazing, by the way, then you have to pay pick and pack fees, which is another $2.50 plus fees and plus you're paying employees to pick and pack.
Life's really expensive right now.
It is. So that $40 item that you get for $10, you may make $5 on.
Yeah.
So people are always like, "Oh my gosh, you're scamming people, and you got this for $10, but you're charging $40, like you're a scammer," and the whole Alibaba type thing.
It's not really scamming when you have
It's
to
not
think
scamming.
about
It's just
everything.
business.
Yeah.
It's business. And then, but you can people are figuring out that you can go get like knockoffs from China or the Temu and all that type of stuff. Now it's not going to be very good quality, and they're going to just ship it directly to you in the cheapest way, and it's probably not going to be, there's no brand behind it. But if you can find a good dupe that looks exactly the same, some things it works for. So it's a different time out there, but we'll get to that later this year. But I thought that was crazy because like we got some stuff this weekend, and I was like looking at it and I was like, did I even get a deal on that at all? Or was it just a scam the entire time? Let me know what you guys got for Black Friday.
I can say, I honestly, minus my candles, I did not buy one thing for myself.
You bought a lot for everybody else though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I bought the new Quest 3.
I know.
And tried out the mixed reality, which you have to admit is pretty cool.
Whatever. It was the talk of all of our Thanksgivings. So.
It's pretty freaking cool. And if you guys don't know what mixed reality is, it's where you can look at like the world around you and you can overlay like games and stuff. Like I could put a real life ping pong table in here and we could play ping pong against each other.
It was really cool.
Yeah, but we're using it for our house. So we're actually building this house and we were using it to go through VR and actually see the room.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. It was cool.
Yeah, which is great. We actually did the walkthrough on the ground where we see the plan on the ground. And it was actually cheaper to buy the whole VR headset and do the whole VR and see it in real life than to just see like a box cut out on a ground with a projector. So it was like, man, I think everybody should do that. It's just everybody's not probably technologically savvy enough to do it themselves. But luckily we are.
Luckily he is.
Hey, I did get some golf stuff. Shout out 100 Thieves in Malbon. I got some golf stuff. I got some golf shoes. Until you bought this coat, I was going to say that I shopped you this Black Friday.
I think you have outshopped me this year with all your golf stuff. You've acquired 4 bags.
3 of those were gifts.
Several. 4 bags. 1 travel bag.
Yeah.
Several towels.
Okay.
Lots
those are
of
super
balls.
cheap. You realize
lots of gloves.
You realize your one purse you got this year cost more than all that combined. So keep going.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I know so.
A membership.
Okay, yeah. We lose on the membership.
Do we need to talk about this initiation fee?
Yeah, let's just say that my golf membership, I definitely outspent her this week. But is that fair?
Year.
Is
you
that fair?
Me this year.
I mean, you got the Tesla Model X.
You're getting the Cybertruck. Do we need to go down this road? I'm sorry. No.
Let's just say I made out like a bandit this year. I deserve it because I never buy anything for myself.
Yeah, that's fine. 2023 was your year. No more.
2023.
We have a house to buy.
2024 may be our year too.
We have a house to buy.
No, we have a lot. We have new toothpaste to buy. We have whitening to buy for everybody.
And
we got
house.
UV. Those are going to help us buy the house.
Of course.
And it's all going to be awesome products, by the way.
House.
Super psyched. We say this every time. We're super psyched for the toothpaste. I just need to get it out to you guys. I can't wait.
What's going on with that?
So the testing is done with it. We have the formulation, everything. We have the tube secured. We need to do the packaging and the tube design. So once we get the tube design, unfortunately, like we have to do 40,000 units for the first run, which minimum is going to be like $250,000, which is insane. So every dollar that I've made this Black Friday goes right back into buying new products and stuff. But I do really like, I see it from the point of view that if I make the company as good as possible, put every dollar that we make back into it, eventually we will be able to live off that company. It'll be like our baby. Plus, we get to do some really, really cool stuff with it. Because is this cool? Like looking at our products and being like, this is like, we did this.
I need you to get some more products out.
I know, but isn't this cool?
Yeah.
Isn't it cool to like look at it and be like, dang, we built this?
These are like the least hyped thing, but the most hyped thing at the same time. Like,
Megan,
this is
actually
legit.
the reviews on the floss picks are probably the best out of everything we've got because they're low-key sleepers. They're really good products.
They are the best.
So speaking of one of the things you said that we were going to get, the next thing is the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
The Cybertruck is finally coming out.
Finally. I remember when we lived in Bentonville, you ordered that thing at midnight.
How long ago do you think it was when I ordered that? How many years ago?
It was 2019.
It actually was earlier than that. It was 6 years ago that reservation came out.
No, was it? We lived in Bentonville.
They said it was 6 years from the day of the thing.
I distinctly.
So what's 6 years ago? So that was.
Hey, we've been married for 7 years. That would have been we lived in Yukon. We didn't. We were in Bentonville when you ordered that truck.
You were right. We were just in Bentonville. But I'm trying to think of what year that was. 2018.
You graduated December of 2018, so we moved there January 2019.
So we're like a couple months away from it being 6 years.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
And then 24 January will be here in like 2 months. That's 6 years. So maybe almost 6 years.
Yeah, almost 6.
But still, 5-6 years I've been waiting for this dang truck. And you've seen, at first you were probably like, this is the weirdest looking truck I've ever seen. I
still think it's the weirdest looking truck known to man.
You haven't seen it yet? I've showed you some of the new pictures and stuff of it.
I still think it looks so weird.
Listen, I'm a weird guy. I like weird stuff.
We showed it to our employees, and the girls were just like, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
So that's strong. That's strong. I'm not gonna lie, the alcohol content on that whiskey is strong. It's a love it or you hate it thing. People either love it or they absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
Me personally, huge techie, huge futurist, AI tech. Give me all of it. Give it to me. And this thing I think is so sick. I feel like I'm in a futuristic, like 70s sci-fi movie.
You definitely are.
Oh, it's going to be so cool. Put the cyber quad in the back.
Oh my gosh.
You know it's going to be sick.
I mean, where are you going to even keep this cyber quad?
I'm just going to park it on top of the house. I'll just drive that sucker up there like a monster truck and just park it up there.
Huh? I don't think that's how that works.
Yo, knowing Elon Musk, it could fly. So.
Oh my god.
You know, it actually is a boat. It can be a boat. Like I can literally drive into the lake with it and it can drive through the boat. Yeah, it'll float and drive through the water.
The car?
Yes.
Like the truck?
Yes. Fully waterproof, fully sealed. And bulletproof. Elon Musk. Faster than a Lamborghini.
Oh my gosh.
You can't tell me that's not the most sick car ever.
I mean, I think it's going to be cool. Would I drive it? No. Am I probably going to drive it? Yeah.
You're going to be like, hell yeah. You're going to be like, here, you can.
I'm going to eat my words.
You're going to be like, you can take the Model X this time. Let me take the Cybertruck. I'm going to my friends downtown and they want to see it. Because we'll be like one of the first people in Texas to have it. I'm a day one pre-order in the state of Texas with the tri-motor. We'll be one of the very first to get it. It's going to be super cool.
Crazy.
I cannot wait. They're going to be doing their release event on November 30th, so in 3 days. So probably when this podcast comes out, they'll be actually doing the release event that day.
That's cool.
Normally what they do is they give it out to like the first 10, 15 people. Normally they're like employees. And then like a month or two later, they start doing the deliveries. People have noted online that they think the first day one reservation holders. So it used to say like you got this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. And then I looked on it and all that disappeared and just says like you can make no edits at this time, but only the early holders numbers have that. Everybody else, you can still see everything. So people are kind of like guessing that he's going to release us on the day of the pre-order to go in and configure our orders and place an order. like place the actual order.
Oh, so you haven't, you just pre-ordered.
We pre-ordered
you didn't
it.
get to place the order.
Yeah, so you put $100 down for the pre-order. And now I think, like, you remember when we did the Tesla Model X and you had to actually put money down, like put a credit card down and like pay for it? Like he's thinking, like people are thinking that he's going to unlock it that night and let the first group of people like make their specifications
on the 30th?
On the 30th, like 3 days from now.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be so cool.
You better keep track of your emails and stuff.
Oh, I would be so hyped. I already have it. I have the reservation up there because they were like looking at the order numbers. And apparently if it starts with a 112, and then it goes 113, 114, 115. If you're 112, you're part of the very first batch of orders.
What's yours?
112.
Really?
Yeah, it was the night of that it happened.
Dang.
I know.
So wait, you're are you like the 112th pre-order?
No. It's like, I'm probably like 50,000th. But I know of the orders, but a lot of those people aren't going to order. And apparently Tesla does theirs by geolocation first. And they're coming out of Texas. Yeah. So Texas users will be the very first. And then the highest price spec will be the very first. And I got the highest price spec in Texas, day one order. So I probably will be one of the first like 1,000 Cybertrucks out there.
Does that make you excited?
Yeah, a little bit. And I'm also like a little sketched out because sometimes the very first ones are the ones with the bugs or the problems or the things that happen. Yeah, it is what it is. Like a
computer. They just push out updates.
Yeah, but this is made out of full stainless steel. It's not like where they can just snap off a panel and put on a new panel if something's wrong. It's like it's just bent out of raw metal.
Yeah.
So if they bend it wrong,
at least you'll have it, and then if it has to be fixed, then you have that.
Dude, how sick would it be if Elon Musk, because like he's done it in the past, where like the first 1,000 or 1,500, he'll randomly sign, like he'll like put his signature in the dash somewhere.
You want his signature in your car?
Oh hell yeah,
that's
dude.
Funny.
It costs so much more money. Like the first like Roadsters that came out, he signed the dash of the first like 500 that went out, and those go for like $2 million more than the regular original. I'd be like, Tesla.
Okay, are we selling this Cybertruck now?
No, actually, they put a thing in there that they would sue you. They put a thing if you resell your Cybertruck for a profit, if you're one of the first like 10,000 units, and if you resell it for any profitable money, they need to do that
with this Rebecca Yarros book.
They do, right? Like that would be a good way to stop all the reselling.
Yeah.
But I think that's also part of the hype. Like why people buy those books and stuff is because they know that it's more valuable.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said they would sue them for $50,000 if they sold their car for more than what they paid for it.
I mean, if you're selling your car for $2 million, just pay the $50K and keep going.
Yeah, if it was like that, but the Cybertruck's not going to sell like that. Yeah, you may be able to sell it for $50,000 more than you bought it.
Oh,
but still $50,000 a lot. But he says that's my money. That's my money. Elon Musk is like he's like my favorite person ever. Is he your T Swift? He's my T Swift. Elon Musk is my T Swift. You heard it here first. Okay, next one, a little crazier. Honestly, this one kind of came out of nowhere. It's more of a sports world thing, but it is like drama talk all over the internet. Everybody's talking about it, going crazy. You probably have no idea who this guy is. Have you ever heard of Josh Giddey? Mm-mm. Josh Giddey is one of the lead players for the Oklahoma City Thunder basketball team.
Oh. I think I quit watching them or paying attention to them when Durant and Homeboy, the other guy, left.
So he just signed like a massive contracts, doing all this thing. They're one of the best teams in the league. And all of a sudden, this girl comes out and has like allegations against him. Turns out she's 16 years old. Oh. Now, that being said, and there's like multiple videos of him, like with her, like shirtless, in her room, all that type of stuff. Snapchats.
She's 16. How is he in her room? Are her parents not home?
That's the questions we're all here to ask everybody. So turns out all this type of stuff happened. They came out and were like, what the F? Why? Granted, though, I will say, and I'm not trying to like say this is all good or whatever, he's 19 years old.
Oh, so that's not bad.
16 to 19, obviously we would not scoff at any other time in our lives, a 3-year difference, but because he's 19, she's 16, whatever. But here's the thing. The videos that are kind of in question are he's like in the club with her and she's drinking and
they're both underage.
I know. And they're also saying like outside, he's like just got done in the club with her, about to go back to her place, like on Snapchat. And then she snaps pictures of him shirtless with him and just like said, just had with Josh Giddey.
Oh, she's like, so they're both just putting all their
Putting
business
it all
out there.
Actually, it's really just she's putting it all out there, and he's just like there. But I was like, man, like first off, where the parents at? If she's really 16 and she's posting on her Snapchat that she's doing it with an NBA player to all of her friends, like staying at your house at her place, like where are you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Sure they're
parents?
at her place?
I don't know.
I guess we don't technically know.
We don't know a lot of the situation. They locked it down like once all the allegations happened, but half the people are like, OMG, you know, you should be banned from the NBA. You know how like going wild with it.
They don't need to ban him.
I mean, it looks pretty bad, but I will say the 19 to 16 makes it a little bit better, I guess. But still, my guess, and this is probably, I would assume 95% probably the case. He met her at the bar / club. She was fake IDing. Obviously, he's fake IDing. He's 19.
Yeah.
There is clubs also that are like 18 and up, you know, where you can go to the clubs that are like
Oklahoma City.
There might be ones in like 8 where you can go, but you can't drink. Like you got the wristbands and stuff, you know? And my guess is like, if you meet somebody, and unfortunately this is the case these days, if you meet somebody, you normally in our day and time would assume they're of age to be in that bar. But now everybody was like, well, it's his fault he didn't ID her and he didn't like do a background check on her before he came. He's a big superstar and he should take these into precaution. And it's his fault he got caught. And I'm like, bro, my bro is 19. He just came out of high school or college, 1 year of college or whatever it is.
Did you have fake ID?
Yes.
Me too.
Hey,
I just was thinking, I was like, did we meet? Was I actually 21 when we met? Because we did meet at a bar.
Dang, we did, you know? And so that's the thing. Like, we both went to things, fake IDs. We weren't 16.
No.
We were like 18 or 19.
Man,
or 20
16,
even.
I was like going to like
high school parties. House parties. Yeah. And so, I mean, like, they're like wanting to, he had like almost like a $40 million contract and they're like trying to get him canceled out of the NBA.
That's
and
so
all
dumb. They better not cancel him. That makes me
type
mad.
of stuff. So, I mean, so your thoughts, obviously, if he didn't know her age, it's fine. It's like, bro, I mean, he messed up.
Even if he did
slap
know
him
her
on the
age,
wrist, whatever.
and she knew his age, like, they're, like, I know it's legally, like, a little muddy,
gray area.
but they're 3 years difference. Who cares?
Yeah, I think it's just more the...
apparently, she's consenting. She's telling everyone what's going on.
I think, you know, in our day and age, I would have looked at it and I would have been like, okay, a 19-year-old is kind of, it's a little more mentally advanced and maybe taking advantage of a 16-year-old. Because, you know, she's a girl. She's a freshman in high school.
No, she's at least a sophomore or junior.
She's 16, sophomore or junior.
Driving.
Probably a junior, yeah.
I was a junior.
Yeah, I mean.
I had a late birthday.
And to be fair, she is very mature for her age if she's out there putting all this on Snapchat, going to bars, drinking, whatever her parents
Girls
must not
this
care.
age, I mean, they grow up really fast.
We don't support.
I'm like, play with your Barbies a few more years. I promise it'll be okay.
We don't support older people finding little kids and grooming them and stuff. We just want to put that out there because they're going to come for you for that, for saying that. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Why?
Because they're free. They can't see the gray in things. 16 and 19, not if you know that she's 16 and you're 19 and you know that you're 19, don't go doing a Romeo and Juliet situation where you're purposely trying to find some young girl in high school. Just wait 2 years if you have to till she's 18 and then you can date her and stuff.
I mean, what if they knew each other when he was 18 and he just had a birthday at 19?
Even 18 and 15 is still looked down upon these days.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's different for us now because we're older, and so it's like
they're
30.
both in high school. To me, that doesn't seem. That's like a freshman looking at a senior.
I know. It's always been weird because there's always been those relationships that they're like 15 and 18, or it's like 15 and 17 or whatever, and then all of a sudden he turns 18 and all of a sudden it's illegal like that next day, you know?
I know. I just feel for them. What if they want to be high school sweethearts?
I mean, he's almost 20, babe. He's not a high schooler
And then
anymore.
she'd almost be 17. Like, you don't know when they met. I don't know.
I mean, we're used to...
I don't condone, like, men seeking after tiny children.
Put that
like,
out there so they know.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But...
What's the age gap where it's normal? It is weird how I mean, I can see how it's like child predatory at certain... Like 5 years, we wouldn't bat an eye at our age right now. Like, if you were 30 and you dated a 35-year-old man, wouldn't be an issue at all. But a 20 and a 15-year-old... get a little weird.
That's weird, I think.
16, 19 is only 1 year off that.
That's 2 years because you're going 15 to 20.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
She brings the receipts.
Well,
she brings the receipts.
But also too, that's a completely different. Like the 15-year-old's not even driving. Probably doesn't have a job. At least a 16-year-old, like you drive, you have a job. You kind of can relate on some aspect of like.
I'm sure there are tons of people out there that are in 16 to 19 relationships.
It also just depends on how they met. Like, did they meet?
They could have been before that when he was 18.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird situation.
Don't come for me. I'm not.
She's not, guys. Trust me, she's not. But we have friends that are dating like 10 years older than themselves. So then when you go back to it, you're like 3 years is like, especially if you're like all young and in this little thing. But if he was 20 and she was 16, gets a little weird.
I guess it does.
It's weird how the teen number just makes it feel a little bit better.
I think that's the thing. It's like when you say a 20-year-old and a 16-year-old, you're kind of like the teen. There's a teen in one and not in the other. I don't know.
But then you fast forward that.
But there's also 19-year-olds that are still in high school.
Yeah.
Like, so then
but then there's 40-year-olds dating 20-year-olds. And no one cares about that.
I would probably care about that more than I would care about a 16 and a 19-year-old.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? And I also think, like, I'm not going to lie, girls and guys, kids in general, are, because of social media, way more mature than we ever were.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about girls are not girls anymore.
Dude, they're like straight up women at 16.
They grow up so fast. Yeah. I mean, also too, what happened to like dress code policy in schools?
I think they took it away,
because
honestly.
I'm telling you, if you had your arms straight and your skirt was above your fingertip, you got sent home.
Yeah.
Those they're nowadays, like at the wrist.
They rolling with yoga pants and hoochie pants up there in the high school now. It's like not even a big deal.
I don't even know if we could wear yoga pants.
No,
I don't think
that
we
wasn't
could.
even invented back then.
We had yoga pants.
No, not in high school. Our yoga pants were the Sophie shorts back then.
Well, we had Sophie shorts and yoga pants. I used to dance in yoga pants because if we did like stuff on the ground,
that's different. That's like dancer pants. We're talking about like Lululemon, like suck up your butt yoga pants. Those weren't invented yet. Those came out in college. I know. Trust me. I know exactly the date and time that those got invented. Like, because we just started seeing, we were like, what is this magic going on here? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but Sophie shorts are bad. I mean, you roll those babies like 3-4 times.
Sophie shorts were modern day hoochie pants. So, or were like ancient.
But we were only allowed to wear those when we practiced dance or cheer.
That's why we were always at the cheer dance practices. What can we say? You know what I'm saying? Basketball, we had the cheerleaders cheering or practicing right next to the basketball guys. It was a good time. Good time in my life.
I'm glad you had a good time.
You know, because she wore them and she had guys looking at her, so she knew.
I wasn't paying attention about who was looking at me.
That's true. You were pretty clueless
and innocent.
Yeah, you were. You really. I'm not even gonna lie. She was completely innocent. So obviously that was wild. Another story that came out of Thanksgiving and the holidays is everybody and their mom is making fun of Jack Harlow.
Call Her Daddy just did a podcast with him.
Wonder why.
It's on my list to listen to.
Yeah. So do you even know what happened? The story that happened between him and Dolly Parton?
No, I don't.
How are we going to be on a news show if you don't know any of the news, babe?
I know. I need to Google. Guys, I was entertaining all week. I wasn't paying attention to socials.
So let me try and find it real quick. But basically what happened was Jack Harlow had a halftime performance for the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
And Dolly Parton had her halftime performance for the Dallas Cowboys game.
Oh, I saw that.
You saw.
I think I may have seen something.
So you saw the I saw Dolly Parton.
Yes, with the Cowboys.
So everybody is making fun of Jack Harlow because his performance was so bad, and everybody is like memeing him.
That's not nice.
That was his stage for the halftime performance.
Was it like a makeshift snow globe?
It was like a snow globe, but it was like made out of like toilet paper and paper mache, and it was like the tiniest little thing. Okay. And apparently, like nobody could even hear him in the stadium. Like the people showed the videos from the stadium, and it was like super quiet.
What if it was the stadium's fault?
It was 100%. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was 100% the stadium and the Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers. Everybody was like, "Was your budget like $10 for this show?" Because
also too, he's He's young. Dolly's been around for a minute. She knows what she's doing.
It has nothing to do with him as a performer, but they were like, it was terrible because nobody could hear him. The music wasn't on there. It was almost like they were only filming it for TV. So it was like if I was recording a TikTok out in the parking lot and you were listening to me record a TikTok, you were like, I can't even hear the music. What are you guys doing down there? And so they were like halftime performance for the TV versus halftime performance for the fans in the stadium. And they were like, this is I can't even see him. He's so far away. All you see is the back of a crappy paper mache globe versus like Dolly's, which was like,
hers was like
this big giant theatrical thing with music and fireworks and a stage and all this craziness. And people were just like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. Like, hers was grand lights, got everybody like bouncing around.
Aww, poor Jack.
Yeah, you know, to be honest though, Jack Harlow is he always rolls with the punches. So he posted that picture, the little meme picture I sent you earlier of him in his little snow globe.
Oh my
He
gosh.
posted that as like an Instagram picture.
He's like, I just got to get in front of it before other people tear me down.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty sad. Like that was their whole.
That is.
It was literally it was just him and a little white sheet.
It does look like they're doing it more for a TV thing because he's not even facing fans in the center.
Exactly, like everybody, a majority of like 3/4 of the football stadium is looking at just the back of his thing.
So maybe guys, you can't compare apples to oranges.
If you pay that much money to go to an NFL football game, you expect a halftime show.
Does every NFL game do halftime shows?
On holidays like this, and Super Bowls, and big division championships.
Super Bowl, obviously, but that's one
and
game.
And so they're expecting that. They probably paid a premium to have, Thanksgiving Day tickets, and then they get that as their halftime show. They're like, what the is this? Everybody at the Dallas Cowboys got a great halftime show.
I mean, Cowboys.
Because Dolly Parton rocks.
But Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving. And
so do Detroit Lions.
Oh, they do?
Every year. Yeah.
Well, Detroit Lions, get your shit together.
Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, you got to get your stuff together because you looking poor AF against these Midwest teams. Because Texas, I'm not going to lie, everybody does it bigger in Texas.
Of course.
Cybertruck, built in Texas. Bigger in Texas. Speaking of Jack Harlow, did you watch the movie with me and your dad? White Man Can't Jump,
a little bit.
too?
Paid attention, yeah.
White Man Can't Jump, the original is really good. Mm-hmm. Jack Harlow, honestly, probably one of my favorite musicians out there right now.
Yeah.
Just great personality, good music, and he's just funny. He's a funny dude. He's actually a pretty good actor too.
Really?
And he can ball. Actually, he can actually hoop pretty good too.
I watched it a little bit. But also too, his interview with her podcast came out.
You got to watch it.
A week or so ago.
He is very similar to me as personality wise.
I'll watch it.
We just kind of joke, we talk. You know how we are. The vibe. We got the vibe.
It's on the watch list.
Jack, sucks, man. Sucks. Next time, make sure in your contract you get a full theatrical presence there because it looking pretty rough.
Oh.
All right. So next up, we're moving into the new 2 segments here. Tech Talk and Book Talk. So they're kind of just on the end of the What's the Buzz segments. And so Megan got tired of me talking about all tech stuff because I'm trying to it's a boy thing, sports and tech. It is. And girls is drama and book. So we figured if I have a tech story, I'm going to limit myself to the one tech story of the week.
Okay.
And you can limit yours to the one book story of the week.
Okay.
So we kind of already did your book. Well, we discussed your book talk story a little bit before, but we were talking about how Megan didn't really know what Thirst Trap was because she was confused that she was.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Give your story.
I know what a thirst trap is. Ish, whatever. Okay, so I get on TikTok today. Haven't been on in probably a week. I don't know. Pretty much since before the holidays. And I'm getting just going through my For You page and things are popping up and it's a guy, a young, good-looking man.
It's a hot guy.
It's a hot guy. And his caption is something like, the book talkers are tagging me and
so she sends me just 2 or 3 videos of just hot dudes just doing nothing. Let's talk about this week. Okay, you want me to bring this up? Okay,
to my offense.
It's just a hot guy sitting there
never
doing
happened.
nothing.
It's never been on my feed. I've never seen anything like it. So I was like, okay, what's this new book talk community
It's really
thing?
just the algorithm is serving her thirst traps, and she's liking them, so they're serving her more thirst traps.
I didn't even like it. I literally just sent it to you.
You ever go on my TikTok and you swipe through? You see chicks twerking and stuff?
I don't go on your TikTok.
That's because I see them, and I say, chick twerking, I swipe away.
I didn't even like it. I just sent it to you.
You probably read the comment. You probably rewatched it 5 times.
I read the comments so I could see what
it for later.
Like, who they were, like what book character he was being.
We go over these TikToks to talk about discussions on that. I was like, what are we going to talk about? Yeah, he's good looking.
No,
were you trying to tell me I need to like gain some weight, or like get tattoos, or should I do thirst traps now? By the way, I have done thirst trap. I got millions of likes and views. I'm just saying, I can bring it back. I could bring it back. People don't know I used to be a bodybuilder. Used to be shredded. Had an 8-pack. I don't
anymore.
Megan used to have a 6-pack too, but she doesn't need it. So we need to be working together on that.
I never said we didn't. I just, dang, you're really taking this not very well.
It's hurting my ego a little bit. Because I know she's reading all these books, and she's already mentally cheating on me with all these fictional hot guy characters.
Oh, dear Lord.
And then now she's doing it physically with other dudes on TikTok. Here, we'll look at the videos here.
Justify this with a response.
She sent me here. So
we can't justify this with a response.
This is pretty cringy, babe.
I thought it was cringy too.
I can't post.
Okay.
I can't post the audio. You're gonna get me torched on the audio.
Okay, then don't click on it.
So we got obviously the emo hot guy with big muscles, tattoos, and gauged earrings.
I've never seen this before.
And then everybody in the comments are drooling over him, saying,
no, they're like
"You're
saying
my book
what
talk."
character he would play in what book, whatever.
They're like,
and
get ready.
I had never read the book. I didn't know the character.
Get ready. These book talk girls are going to be fiending for you.
I can't win.
And then you were like, okay, here's another one we can talk about.
Well, because this one I was like, wait, what?
It's giving book talk, aka, he's winking at him, he's smiling, he's doing the thirst trap stuff.
In my head, I thought that was weird because I think
honestly, that's kind of weird. He's not
weird.
He's not very good looking, and he's like trying to be cute, but he's
that's
really
my point.
not.
I didn't know what
people
this was.
in the comments are like, the flick has just got that power. And then it says, book talk. He's still innocent and doesn't know what he's doing. Be gentle with him. Sir, I pray your innocence. Book talk is just a bunch of thirsty ass girls trying to get some. I'm just going to be straight up with you. Literally, you guys are more...
Don't say you guys. I don't get on TikTok enough.
Sorry, this is you.
It is not me. I don't comment. I don't get on TikTok enough.
Book Talk just nervous giggled and watched us 100 times till we literally had to scroll before regretting our decisions.
Oh, my Lord.
It's the cocky smirk and the wink for me.
I'm sorry. To me, that video was weird. None of that was for me.
Just fell to my knees while in line at Marshall's.
Yeah, again, that video is weird. It did nothing for me, but I was just like, why are all these videos popping up on my...
My pants come off that easy as well, sir.
That's not me.
These are all the Book Talk girls.
Oh my gosh.
This is totally a Book Talk move. Tell me if this is true. I feel like the book talk scenario would go like this. Nerdy college student starts going to the gym to try something new. What she doesn't know is she catches the attention of college's most attractive guy. One day she feels someone staring and catches him checking her out, but what will she do now? You girls are weird.
That could be a book for sure.
Weird.
It's really not that weird.
Imagine if this was like a guy thing where we just went around finding I'm not going to lie. It is a guy thing. They find girls' videos and they post. They're the weird 40-year-old dudes that creepily post on there and like, baby, I would love you forever. Baby, I would buy you all the things, girl. That's how you guys are coming off like creeps.
Quit categorizing me with them because I'm not commenting or doing anything.
She's commenting in her head.
I'm not. Actually. And yeah, that's weird.
This is what you brought me to talk about today. So I'm just talking about what you brought me to talk about.
Okay, girls, please. I need to know, if you read, what books do you read? And 2, have you seen this book talk?
Hey, girls, do you read books? Are you part of book talk? Are you also a thirst trap heavy girl out there just wanting some action all the time in the weirdest way possibles? Probably a book talk fiend, I would assume. Do you wish your man had dragon wings and was part of the
That is the
First
weirdest
Order?
thing ever.
Oh, it's probably
We're
a thing.
not talking about fantasy.
It's all fantasy.
No, I know that. I'm not talking about fantasy books. That a guy with dragon wings, seriously, that's not like a thing.
You'd be surprised what girls are into. You'd be surprised what some of these girls are into. I'm just saying.
Oh
you get a mix.
I can't.
You mix.
Guys,
Do you know
girls,
what?
I need to know if you read. What kind of books do you read?
Do you know what
Are you part of Book
Wattpad
Talk?
is?
Huh?
Do you know what Wattpad is?
No.
You don't know any of this type of stuff. I'm telling you guys, she's internet illiterate, but it's okay. We're gonna teach her on this. So Wattpad is basically like where people do fan fiction, romance stories. What do you call your books again? I always forget.
There is a category.
Scut.
There is a category of
smut.
books that is categorized as smut.
Yeah.
And it's just
What is the definition of smut?
I don't know the actual definition, but what I think of it as is basically it's a book where the plot's a little like
Risque?
no, like the plot's not really there. There is a plot, but it might not be like that great of a plot. And
It's centered around romance.
It's centered around romance, usually steamy.
What does steamy mean?
Steamy means you can rank it 1 to 5.
Wow, you're in. Oh, wow, we got a whole rank.
I don't read and rank them, but people on TikTok read and rank them.
Okay.
And the steamy is just talking about like how steamy the relationship is. And
like
then
1
is the book-
cucumber to 5 cucumbers?
No, like is the book like open door or closed door?
What does this mean?
Open door romance is where like you're getting like the explicit content on the page, and closed door romance is like it's not on the page, it's more alluded to.
Oh, so I didn't know any of this. We call that softcore and hardcore in the visual scene.
Oh, didn't know that.
Open door and closed door. All right. Open doors is right out there, willy-nilly. So Wattpad is basically where real people make their own open door or closed door stories.
But they're not like authors.
They're not. Well, they're their own authors, but they may talk about anything and everything. Scenarios, dragons. It can get weird.
Interesting.
So I was trying to say, like, if you get the book talk smut people mixed in with the Wattpad, you very well get some of those dragons smut stories.
I mean, there's like like the next fantasy series.
There's
I'm
probably some
into.
Wattpads about like Scooby-Doo doing some weird stuff.
That's weird.
I'm telling you, it gets weird. The internet gets weird.
The next fantasy.
There's probably some Bentist Wattpad stories out there.
That's weird.
I know. Please don't write about me on Wattpad.
Please don't write about him on Wattpad.
Please.
Anyways, the next fantasy series I'm reading is like supposedly amazing and great. I'm super, super excited.
Which one is it? Is it the old one or the new one?
It's an older one.
That's one
All
your
5
mom.
books are out. Huh?
Your mom that was reading.
Mom read it. Yeah.
When that was from like the
few years
early
ago.
2000s or like
No, a few years ago. A few years ago.
What was it called?
Akatar, A Court of Thorn and Roses is the
Akatar.
Anyways, I do believe there are
That sounds kind of cool.
fairies in that one.
I mess with fairies.
So
There was
we'll see how that goes.
Man,
I'm super excited.
Megan reads.
You do read?
I don't read.
Nope.
I'm a vision person. I want to see it instead of read it. But Megan is a visual person through words.
Yeah, I like imagining my own scene.
There was another book. Was it like the Percy Harvin and the Trident with fairies?
That I read?
No, it's like a kid's book. It's like kind of like back when Harry Potter was big.
No.
They had like fairies and stuff. I thought was pretty cool. I don't read. I'm not gonna lie. I barely know how to read. You're lucky I could read the back of that packaging right there.
You read stuff on the internet all the time.
That's true. I do read constantly. I guess that's like my reading is just reading internet articles, trying to get smarter. Speaking of which, it's time for my tech story of the week.
Tell me.
So last week, we talked about OpenAI. And we talked about all the craziness involving Sam Altman getting fired from the company and then the company coming back and being like, oh my gosh. And then the rumors around that, well, he got rehired back as CEO. First time this has ever happened in the history of companies ever, especially in a week where you fire the CEO, then the company employees say, we're going to quit if you don't hire him back. And then one of the guys who backstabbed the guy to get him out of the company switched to position, was like, yeah, we should bring him back.
Oh gosh.
And everyone's like, what? You just backstabbed him and kicked him out of the company, and now you're trying to fight on the other side, bringing him back. Well, the rumors were that this happened because of a big technological breakthrough that scared the company. And they said, oh, shiz, this is not good. We need to, like, apparently he didn't tell them in time, or maybe he kept it a little too secret. And it was like, could bring down the whole entire world economy type of secret.
Dang.
I know, big. And so then recently, this week after all this things happened, we kind of got an insight into what this new technological breakthrough was.
What was it?
The code name was called Q-Star. And so basically to avoid all the technical jargon that you're smart enough, you'll understand it, but I'm going to keep it easy for you. It was called like Q learning and A learning. It's basically a way for something to physically be able to teach itself, have self-learning and self-changing. So it would be like if you were trying to get something done, like say an AI system, normally it would, if it couldn't do something, it just can't do something.
Okay.
Like if you would say, hey, solve this math problem, it would be like, I can't.
Okay.
So sometimes it'll hallucinate and give you a fake answer, but it physically can't. So this one would be like, oh, I don't know that. Let me go figure out and learn it. Okay, I'm going to learn it. Oh, I'm going to change my systems. Okay, I'm going to build this other thing in the back and I'm going to come back and now I know how to do it. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I'm just going to go learn it. I'm going to go change my code. I'm going to change this back. So it's an ever learning and ever evolving thing that can basically train itself iteratively over and over and over and over and over again. And if you have something so smart like AI that can now rewrite its code to re-update itself continually,
okay,
it can get into an avalanche of bad things. Basically, it can become more superhuman without any control of human.
And this is where the robots take over.
Pretty much. Yeah, kind of. I mean, that's seriously like, like for sure. And so the way that they found is like some people basically leak some documents from in OpenAI. Now it is like, it could be fake, could be, we don't know if it's true or not, but basically they said these people found that, this one AI system had been updating itself secretly. And it wasn't just like once or twice. It had been done 79 million times.
How long does that take?
They were trying to figure out how long it would take. It could have happened in a matter of an hour. That's how fast these things work.
79 million times in an hour?
Well, it could have been a day. It could have been 2 weeks before they found it. But it was not like a long period of time this was happening before they caught it, but they did catch it. What they found was that AI is normally really bad with math. It now found that it could do math really, really well. Like it taught itself and programmed itself to do math. Mm-hmm. But the other thing that it programmed itself to do was basically get really good at cryptology. So cryptology is like a password encryption on your computer.
Yeah.
So there's certain reasons why we can have passwords on our computer. You have two-factor authentication, which is where you type in your phone and all this. Mm-hmm. And then you have even higher levels like cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin and stuff. You have these big long numbers and things like that. You also have like code from like the NSA, like they're sending spy messages back and forth. That's cryptology, right? Mm-hmm. Those are messages that you need a cipher or a key to unlock. You've probably seen that on like movie, TV shows like National Treasure or whatever it is. And so if the base level of what they said was true, if they let it keep going, it would be able to break any encryption ever. Meaning no bank was safe, no crypto was safe, no secret messages from the NIA was safe.
Unactivate it?
All the stuff that we had was basically saying, holy shit, we found this. This is happening. And this is the reason why that happened. They also noted that they told the NSA what was going on and said, hey guys, we almost have this encryption breaking stuff ready for you. They leaked like an email and they were like, hey, and it was like the NSA in Colorado or whatever. They called it the NSAC. We're getting into the weeds here on some stuff. Hey, by the way, government, I don't want none of your smoke. If you hear this and come for us, like, hey, I'll work with you on the DL as like a CIA operator. I'll do it. Like, man, I think it would be so cool to work for the NSA. But anyways, so they basically like apparently signed a thing with DARPA, who's like this big weapons agency, that they were going to work on this coding stuff. So they knew, like, people knew that they've been working on this in the background for cryptology for this. And if this leak was true, they just basically gave the United States government the full ability to hack, like basically break any encryption possible. So all secret codes are broken, all computers are broken, all bank codes are broken. So they could steal anybody's crypto, they could steal anybody's banking from them, they could steal anybody's passwords to anything, they could de-encrypt every bit of information about you. And you could see where this could turn into a really big deal.
Oh, yeah.
So if one person got a hold of that, they could wipe out every bank account in the history, like all of America, in 1 second.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's a pretty big deal. And we've known that this is happening for a long time because we know that that quantum computers were coming out. And quantum computers are like way, way more advanced, and they would be able to break this cryptology. So we've been thinking about this for a while. Like, how do we get around this? Do we have quantum encryption? Do we do like all this weird stuff? It just looks like maybe we can do it without quantum computers now, and AI will be able to do it.
Scary.
So
it's scary time.
So it is scary time. I'm not trying to scare you. I think AI is going to be awesome. I think we're going to have to do a lot of weird stuff. Like I said, we may just have universal money pools or something. That's, like I said, that's another back to the whole universal basic income with humans. If the USA as a government entity has that one secured vault that has quantum encryption and whatever, and they just pass the money out to people, maybe we go back to physical money. How crazy would that be if we had to go back to physical money because everything was just unencrypted?
That'd be so...
Gold.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy to me.
Gold is physical.
Yeah.
What if gold value went way up? Dang, man. If I heard it here first, if I just like broke something and you get some gold now and gold prices go up.
Are you going to go get some gold?
Dude, I honestly might go invest in some gold right now. Honestly, that's an insane. I didn't even think about that.
Dad always preaches to invest in
gold. Because if everything is encrypted and it get broke, gold prices are going to go crazy because it's the only store of value that's physical in your hands.
Think about.
Yeah, we're about to be like, so that was my tech talk story. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm in a movie. Do you ever feel like you're in like a simulation or your movie?
I literally was just about to be like, you always ask me if I feel like I'm in a simulation. I don't, but you always think you are.
I do. Is it not weird that we have these things?
But I think it's because I'm not as smart as you. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't really use AI like I do every day.
No.
Like I use AI every day and I see all the systems, and then I'm like, first it was like a little chat bot and you could talk to it. And I was like, oh, that's cute. And then it was like getting really good stuff. Like whenever I was like, write a poem of your...
all this just happened within like the past year. So like why before that did you think you were in a simulation?
It's just statistically most likely what the option is. So if you have a universe, a base, I know, yeah. So they call it a base universe, universe 1. If you have a base universe, that's the very first universe. They get so technologically advanced, they create the technology to be able to create a simulation of a real world, right? Some may say base simulation is God who created another universe, right? So, the second, though, you can create a simulation, there's going to be trillions, millions, billions of simulations made. Yeah. Right? So if you really look at the statistics, there's a 1 in a trillion chance that you're in the real universe, and a 9 repeating to 1 chance that you're in one of the simulations.
I'm going to just live in my own world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
In my brain.
That's the thing that like, and people think that could be why manifestation works, because like if you're in a simulation, you're just playing the game. Yeah. And so if you just say what's going to happen, I mean, everything that I've ever manifested has came true. I mean, I have the best wife in the world. I got 2 amazing jobs. But also I'm one of those people that can kind of see things before they happen, like the whole gold thing just now.
Yeah.
I kind of see into the future, and I kind of like Rain Man it, even though I'm like, nah, I'm not that smart, guys. Don't like think I am, but I can just like piece together threads, and I see things before most people get to them.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why it works out for me. I don't know.
You got a special ability.
Yeah, I'm special, all right. I'm special, all right. But yeah, so that was my Tech Talk story of the week. Holy man, dude, we went into it on the stories today.
Yeah, we did.
So obviously, this is the time where we get into Feed Fix. Feed Fix is where we find some good videos of the week that we think are funny or whatever. And the first one is one Meg's found for me, and so I'm going to react to it now. Luckily, this one's not a thirst trap.
She's never gonna let it go, guys.
Like, I'm just literally just like, what do I talk? Yeah,
she's never gonna
cool.
let it
I'm just
go.
gonna send her a twerking video next week and just watch her let her watch a girl twerk for 10 seconds.
Okay.
But anyways, all right, let's see. POV. Your husband wants to talk just as the enemies are starting to become lovers. I hate how this is like this. Okay, let's rewatch this one.
Oh, make you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart. You know what I'm saying?
First off, he's my favorite comedian ever. He's like literally my favorite comedian. So basically for the audio listener, she's reading a book and it says your husband wants to talk just as the enemies are starting to become lovers. This is exactly what we're talking about. All they care about is the romance.
Romance is great.
You know, for girls, I 100%. Yeah, I think you're right.
Listen, some guys
don't care about the romance. We care about the T's,
and they're like loving the
we
romance.
care about the A's and the T's.
Ay, ay, ay.
And the personality.
Okay.
You got a big personality, babe. This explains a lot. Is this like whenever I come up to you and you were just like, can you leave? Can you get out of here so I can read this? Is that what's going on?
I get like that when
to a
it's
good part?
huge scenes happening for me. Like,
which is like every chapter because they have to keep you reading.
No.
Is it like TV shows where they give you like a cliff ender at each chapter to get you to keep reading into the next chapter?
Some do, some don't.
Because you should. If we ever make a book, we need to have those.
But honestly, mine's, when it's like the climax moment in the book and people are talking to me, it really irritates me. So then I'm like, just leave me alone for 10 minutes.
I feel like you have, just so you guys know, it's me, it's her sister, and then her sister's kid,
yes,
Grayson. So it's a full house situation going on.
It's never quiet unless you're home alone.
And I feel like I do feel kind of bad for her because she does kind of like hop from spot to spot
I
try.
can't get away. My sanctuary used to be the living room or my bedroom. Well, now the living room gets overtaken by people and a little child whenever he's hungry right before bed, which is when I start sitting down to read. Or our bedroom has been in it watching TV. Or I'm in there, but then I have people coming in and out to talk to me.
I
which
play
is
video
fine,
games
but
till 8:30.
This is what has become
now you just go
one
to
of
a
my
dining
favorite
room
things.
table now.
Might as well just be right out in the open. And then you guys don't have to search for me. From 7 to 9, I really like having quiet me time.
I can make that happen.
You can. There's other people in our house.
Taylor, you hear this? Leave her alone, Taylor.
I love reading a book, watching a show, not talking to anyone. I hardly even check my phone unless I have to talk to someone. And for the past year and a half, it really just hasn't been quiet me time. So
we're trying. We're building a house. That's so big that she can't even hear them. That they were yelling across the room.
No,
sorry, Taylor,
it's
you're
great.
not coming into the next house.
My sister and my nephew, I love them living with us. They're not coming to the next house though.
Not coming to the next house. We've agreed.
But so my quiet me time has just been not really my quiet me time anymore. And anyways, this is off the topic of the TikTok that you saw, but yeah, when it's a really good point, you just don't want anyone to talk to you so you can read the book.
It's true. It's true. All right, so I got these last two that we'll go over here, and then we'll get into the question and answer section. Got a spicy one this week. Ooh. So this first one is about Black Friday then versus now.
Go, go, go! Get out! This is mine. You know where the bathroom is? Welcome to the store. Welcome to the store. Hey, back up! Back up, baby! I need back up! 9:59. 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock!
What? It went up in price. You guys see that?
We just talked
I'll give
about
you
that
20%
earlier.
on coupon.
What? Why would I use that? No, I don't want that.
So, two things.
True or false?
So true.
Isn't that weird?
Especially like back then, people used to rush to the stores or like be lined up outside.
No one does that anymore.
No, why do that? Why go in the cold? Number one, number two, when you can do it on your computer.
I think it was like a couple years ago, whenever Walmart just was like, we're going to do 2 weeks of Black Friday deals, or, you know, it's like,
No,
it was no longer on
honestly-
Black Friday anymore. Like they just made it a
kinda
whole
thought
thing.
It was.
Cyber Monday probably changed it a lot too, because people were like, I can just wait till Cyber Monday.
That's what
and
I
get it
thought. It
online.
kind of changed whenever Cyber Monday became a thing, because then it was like, why?
We talk about AI and we talk about like internet and stuff.
Yeah.
We're becoming Wall-E.
Yeah.
We're so lazy. We don't even want to go to the store anymore. We're like, we're just going to order and get it shipped to us. Eventually, we're just going to be sitting in our chairs, sipping on our Slurpees in a lazy river, like the Wall-E fat kids at the end.
Yeah.
It's so true.
I know. I am an online shopper. I hate shopping in stores.
If you could do that every day, would you do that? Or would you want to like work
I
out
got something
still?
in my eye.
Or would you, if you could just like veg out every day and just like be there, just like,
No, I gotta move.
it's true.
I
We
was
gotta
gonna
watch
say,
out. We don't want to
like
turn
walk
into Wall-E.
around. Yeah.
And you got the VR metaverse now. You just game over.
Game over.
Game over. Let them know. What's the next one?
I'm trying to scroll. I can't scroll with my.
You gave me some gasoline today. Normally, I put like a little bit of ice cube or water in there.
I put some ice in it.
Woo!
Didn't help. Okay. POV, me napping peacefully, then realizing I forgot to reply to my girlfriend.
Oh, that was me. Yeah. I think that was the most liked one from this week in the relationship. So what I do, guys, is like I find the most liked videos about relationships or
do you
couples.
just like search it?
You
in the
just like you like search,
toolbar
filter it.
I guess I didn't even think to do.
You could do
that.
like book talk and then do this week's most liked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I do.
I need to learn these tricks.
I'm a pro at this. So this was like the top relationship one.
It's funny.
That was
It's
funny.
cute though because it has a cat.
Were you ever that type of person? Like, because it was basically like, what did it say again? What was the caption?
POV, me napping peacefully, then realizing I forgot to reply to my girlfriend.
I think we were talking about that this weekend. Do you know how much crazier the world would be if everybody was forced to turn on read receipts?
Who are you talking to?
Taylor, or just everybody in general. Imagine how much the world would change if read receipts were forced to be turned on for everybody. Do you know what a read receipt is?
Yes.
Okay, I was just making
Idiot.
sure. I didn't know.
Who doesn't know what a read receipt is?
So imagine that though. If everybody saw that you looked at their text, well, first off, you may not be one of us, but there are some of us who read texts, we internalize it, and then we get back to it at a later date.
I'm a mix. I do that sometimes, and then sometimes I reply.
I just say that because you're
Because
like,
honestly,
you got to
sometimes
get it
if
done
I don't
ASAP.
reply, I forget, and then you'll never get a response.
That's true. That does happen sometimes.
It happens to you all the time.
It does. It does. It's happening.
My sister.
With your personality, I would assume you probably text back immediately.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. So read receipts, though, would it be a big deal or not?
I think
It'd be a
used
huge
to
deal
be.
for me.
I used to be someone that texted back all the time.
Yeah.
And then I kind of decided to quit caring.
It would probably be the end of the world for me.
People might think you're mean.
Oh, they 100%.
Taylor does it on purpose.
Some people are playing checkers.
I love you.
And some people are playing chess. That's all I gotta say.
Taylor does it. I love you, Taylor. She does it on purpose.
Not to you, Matt. I promise.
Okay, we're definitely bleeping out these names.
No, we're not bleeping out anything. We're leaving it in there.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think it would change a lot
I do
because
too.
you know how many like in girl-guy relationships, you know how much drama that would cause overnight if read receipts were turned on.
You just gotta quit caring.
Whew.
Yeah.
Whew. That would be insane. Let me know down
But you know
below
what's
if
funny
you have
is
your
that,
read receipts on or not.
Even you, like sometimes I'm like, I'm sure he's read it by now and you haven't responded, so then I just call you for a response.
Sometimes I very quickly glance, but if you've seen my phone, it's insane. I literally, no joke, probably get 100,000 notifications a day.
Are you someone who can't have any red dots on your phone, or are you someone who really doesn't care about red dots?
If you could look at my mail
His
right
phone?
now, I bet you I have 150,000.
I used to
unread
care about
emails.
red dots. They used to bother me, and now I don't. I don't know what happened to me.
It's so much spam now.
Yeah, maybe that.
There's so much spam. Every other call I get is a spam call.
I put your email on my phone to help you with like scheduling and stuff like that. And I think I just had to get over it. No, I think I just literally had to get over it.
Yeah.
That was like 4 years ago.
Google put out some new stuff to help spam block. So they like put it in a separate folder. So it's not in your primary anymore. It's in promotions. It's so bad because they know that it's like coming in. But like I get spam text calls. I get 20 calls a day of fake IDs. I get, it's so much. Speaking of Google, did you know they came out with new Google Maps?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I used Google Maps today.
I know,
Maybe
but we
didn't
haven't updated it.
Yeah.
I saw it. Like apparently they put like all this AI crazy stuff in it. They have this new immersive view that like drops you down and lets you 3D see the buildings around you as you walk through.
I had to drive over to Grapevine today.
Oh, apparently they have augmented reality too, where you can just pull out your phone and shoot a camera at what you're looking at, and it'll like hover over the building and say exactly what it is and like their hours and all that type of stuff. So like you could take a picture, like show the photo of our office here, and it would be like, that's Windcrest Orthodontics. You can get braces here, and these are their hours.
That's crazy.
And eventually, you know what that's going to go into? Your glasses.
Oh my gosh.
I swear.
These glasses.
I swear. I swear. So, yeah, that's how we get these videos. If you ever wonder, we like are looking at the top couples relationship videos. There was a lot about Thanksgiving, but they were all super long. Did you see the one of the mom that cooked like everything instant?
No, that doesn't surprise me.
I wanted to put it in here because it was like 4 minutes long, but it was like she did like ham in a can, beans in a can, stuffing in a can, and like she was dead serious.
Speaking of, you realize we have Friendsgiving coming
mac
up
and
this
cheese
weekend?
in a Chef Boyardee mac and cheese in a can.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Exactly. No one did. But she had it. She was just dumping out these globs of mac and cheese, and then she just slabs like American craft cheese slices on top. And that was like dead.
So bad.
Like so dead. That was her actual Thanksgiving. It was crazy. I almost want to like find
some
it for
people
you.
don't have time.
Let's see if it comes up. If it comes up with the top, I can't look at it because I have to log in. But I thought I was just like, huh? People were like, you should pay me to go eat Thanksgiving dinner at this place. It was like Spam in a can. And they just like cut it into like slices and just throw in some canned pineapples on top. I was like, oh.
By the way, it's Friendsgiving for us this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, this weekend?
Dude, I signed up for so much food. I didn't realize I signed up. I have to make a ham.
You don't have to make a ham. I know a place called H-E-B that's got that ham.
I'm going to just go get a ham.
Heck yeah, and it's probably going to be amazing.
I mean, hams are like pretty much cooked.
They pre-cook it, and then you just heat it
heat
up. Oh, yeah, dude. We're going to be talking the town. They probably have like some Cajun, like crazy honey ham. Oh,
Popeye's turkey.
Low key. If you guys didn't know, a little Thanksgiving hat for next year.
Popeye's turkey.
Popeyes makes some pretty bomb turkeys.
Mm-hmm. It was not pretty. I mean, it's
fully cooked Cajun. I don't know if were fully. I think they were pre-cooked.
Not cooked. No, you get it frozen.
It was frozen, but I think they were pre-cooked. Pre-cooked frozen with Cajun seasoning on there. You just have to heat it up. Whew. That was some of the best turkey I've had.
That was a couple years ago.
I know. Shout out Popeyes.
Shout out.
I actually saw a funny video today about Popeyes on YouTube where they were talking about how like Popeyes are always in like the worst locations possible. Like they always put them in like the most hood area possible for Popeyes. Like you don't know if you're gonna get shot or if you're gonna get your food.
There's one down the street from our house.
Another reason why we're building a house, trying to get out of here. So the Q&A today, we just have one because we didn't have as many submissions today, but make sure hit us up. I think our what is our podcast email? I'll put the podcast email in the description below. Make sure.
paireduppodcast@gmail.com.
I think it's paireduppodcast@gmail.com. I do think it is that.
Or just you can write your question in the comments too.
Yeah, or write your question in the comments, and then we'll find some good ones. But this one was actually about Thanksgiving, so that's why I thought it was pretty timely.
Cool.
So my boyfriend is a vegetarian.
Okay.
And came to, let's just say, my country Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So we all know about the country Thanksgiving. Country Thanksgiving this weekend. Let's just say it didn't go over well. My uncles and dad hate him. They say he's a pansy and he just doesn't fit in with anybody. Let's just say he's a little softer and more sensitive, if you know what I mean. He's a vegetarian, so it all checks out. It's really annoying because I like him a lot, but if I have to deal with this every year, I don't know if it's worth it.
Hey, that's not nice.
What do I do?
Tell your family to suck it up.
I'm assuming probably he's more of like he could be one of two different. There's one of two different camps I see vegetarians in. Vegetarians.
I don't know any.
Vegetarians are either in the very strict diet, like I'm a keto, like marathon runner, super into my health, maybe a yogi, or they're like the more hippie-ish, nature-ish, vibe-ish.
How do you know that?
Because that's the two types of vegetarians I see online. Do you see anybody else as a vegetarian?
I legit can't think of a vegetarian.
It's a guy.
Right now.
There's tons of girls who are vegetarians who just want to be vegetarians.
See, I see more people. What's the other one? What?
Keto?
No. Like nothing animal wise.
That's vegetarian.
No, vegetarian's just meat. Right? What's like they don't even eat eggs. I thought vegetarian was just
You see what I deal with on a daily basis.
What's just the meat one?
Like a pescatarian.
They don't do any animal products at all.
Vegetarian.
No, there's another word for it. Let me have Google. I think there is.
Do you feel bad right now?
Well, if I'm wrong, I'll feel
She
real
might be
stupid.
right. She may be right.
I was
As
about to
far as
say.
I'm concerned, a vegetarian is someone who eats zero meat related products.
Okay.
Now you can have a pescatarian who only eats fish. But a vegetarian is someone who eats zero animal products. They'll eat soy.
Vegan.
That's a vegetarian.
No, it's different. The word vegan typically refers to someone who doesn't eat or use any products from animals. Now, let's look up vegetarian.
What's somebody from Oklahoma? An Oklahoman. What's a vegetarian? A vegan.
No.
Guys,
That's not.
I'm trying to help her out here. I'm trying to help her out here. I love her though. She's cute.
A vegetarian, a person who does not eat meat.
Yeah.
And sometimes other animal products, especially for moral, religious, or health reasons.
She could be right.
There's a vegan and there's a vegetarian. It's two different things.
I
hear
let me
more
see that.
vegan people than vegetarian people.
Honestly, I never knew that. If that's true, that's news to me. I don't even think
1 up 10.
I don't even think. Let's see.
Like Google the definition. There's two different definitions.
Vegetarian and vegan. I'm not gonna lie. I did not know this.
Yeah. I see more vegan people than I do.
Overview: vegetarians don't eat any food products made from meat, like fish, shellfish, crustacean.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Vegans don't eat anything.
go further and don't eat any food products that even come from animals,
so like no milk,
dairy, and eggs.
No cheese.
You're right. Props.
Thank
How did you
you.
know that?
I
That's a weird one.
literally have my 200 hours in yoga.
Ooh, she's a yoga
I'm
professor.
a yogi.
That's why. Hence why that guy is probably a yogi.
I mean, yogis are badass, so he's not soft. He can probably hold a headstand longer than
I'm not gonna lie, she
anyone
got
else
me good
can.
on that one, guys. Normally, Normally, I'm right on these things.
See, and you were
That was a very nuanced. I would say that most vegetarians don't know if they're vegan or not. I don't think most vegans.
Most vegetarians just don't eat meat. Most vegans don't touch anything that comes from an animal.
I know that, but I think most people will use them interchangeably and not know the difference.
I don't.
I would have not known the
in
difference.
This day and age with all kinds of
because
you
never see like meat product or like products and they say like this is vegan, GMO free, like whatever.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
You never see like vegetarian free or vegetarian whatever.
Meat.
They always just like it's always right to vegan,
because you have to say whether it's like real cheese or fake cheese.
Everything vegan is vegetarian. Not everything vegetarian is vegan. It's like a rectangle and a square argument.
Oh my gosh. Regardless, I see more vegans than I do vegetarians.
Okay,
but
so
with this, I would just tell.
So Yogi vegan guy comes over.
He's a vegetarian. He's not a vegan. He's
a vegetarian. To the country guys, they don't know the difference.
He's a vegetarian. I would tell the country guys just to chill and he can eat some tofu.
So, oh man, can you imagine telling your dad to cook up some tofu for me for Thanksgiving?
If it was my boyfriend, I would just bring it with me and cook it myself. I mean, I do that with your gravy. My family doesn't do gravy.
Her family doesn't do gravy. Guys, I think there's more pressing conversations here. Her family doesn't do gravy.
We grew up a non-gravy family. I
didn't even know that was a thing.
I know. And honestly, I never would have imagined that we were wrong in this.
A non-gravy family? That's worse than being vegan. Oh my gosh.
He came home for the first time for Thanksgiving and he goes, "Where's the gravy?" And I was like,
guys,
we've never had gravy.
They're eating dry stuffing with dry mashed potatoes with dry turkey. What? How do you survive, woman?
And so when I decided he was going to be coming around for all the holidays,
you bring gravy packets.
I bring the gravy packets because he likes that. But shout out to my bro-in-law who whipped up some serious, awesome, like actual
little
gravy.
Turkey gravy, yeah.
So
made a little roux.
Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Okay, let's help this little person out. Let's help this person out. I would just say, I would talk to my family. I would talk to my family and be like, hey, can we just respect like him? He doesn't like meat.
And what would they do? This is your country family we're talking about.
They probably would freak out.
And my country family.
They'd probably freak out. They wouldn't understand. But exactly. I would just be like,
that's what we're trying to help her with.
I know. I would just be like, Thanksgiving's more about the sides than it is the meat anyways.
So basically what you're saying is, if you like this dude, just let him get beat up on every year by your
No, I would talk to my family and be like, yo, respect.
And they would laugh at you and then laugh at him more probably for telling you to respect his little vegan heart.
Not if they're a good family. It's all about respect.
These are country guys we're talking about.
I guess my family's not that country. We got to quit messing with that.
I would say, I agree with you. If you really like this guy, you're in a rough situation because we both grown up in the countryside of things, and unfortunately viewpoints are very strong in this part of the world, and that's a pretty strong one. And so I would say you got to know he's going to get made fun of, and honestly I would say this is the best way to deal with it is you have to let your boyfriend know that he's got to be funny enough and like cool enough with it to take the jokes and not get mad and kind of make fun of himself with it too.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to just like take the heat off.
You got to take the heat off. It's like a bully in school. If you give the bully, you show him that you're going to cry or you're going to get upset or you're going to get sensitive about it, it's just going to make it 10 times worse. Yeah. And they're going to just rag on you every year. But if you come back and you be like, brought the tofu, guys, who wants some? And then like if you just go right into it and they're like, oh my gosh, here comes Yogi, man. You'd be like, hey, I can stretch further than you, old man. You looking like you're looking way out here.
Challenge into a handstand challenge.
Only yoga pose is to roll over. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can come at it with that, but he's got to be a special guy to be able to do that.
We don't even know if he's a yogi person. You totally just assume.
Hippie guy. Maybe he's a diet guy. If he's diet and he's shredded and he's a bodybuilder, vegan type guy, then I mean
he's eating. Yeah. What is he eating for protein?
Soy.
That's a lot of soy.
Yeah, it is a lot of soy. But people do that. Soy protein, a lot of soy protein. But yeah, I would say that he's got to be. I have the humor that I could make it work.
Mm-hmm.
I could all day rag on myself and other people and make those jokes and then be fine. And if you could, I think that's what it comes down to in males is we're trying to establish like a pecking order. This is how it is. It's how males do things. And so like we're trying to test you as a man. We don't really care if you're a vegan or not. We're just trying to see if you're still cool.
Yeah.
And if you're still cool, eat your tofu, man. We don't care. You know it's true.
Hopefully, yeah.
Your dad would test me the same way if I came in wanting to eat soy nuggets instead of his steak. You can't lie.
Would. Yeah, for sure.
You can't lie. So I would say as long as he could pass that test, you're probably going to be just fine. If he's not funny, though, and he doesn't have a good personality and he's vegan, you probably should just get rid of him anyways.
He's not vegan. He's vegetarian.
Vegetarian. That's right. He still can have eggs.
He can still have eggs.
Whip him up some eggs.
He can have milk, eggs, cheese.
Brunch. Thanksgiving brunch, and then no one will ever know.
That's true.
But I would say, no, seriously, I'm sure he's a good dude. I'm sure he's fine. He's cool. Just that's how I would do it. Because if he can't handle the heat, he's got to get out the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, I've lasted through enough heat in my kitchen. And guess what? After all of that, we're still paired up for life,
Still
baby.
paired up for life.
I love you so
Cheers.
much. I had a good Thanksgiving with you, even though you had to pack too much. I'll try and make sure that I do better next time.
Oh, for Christmas, I'm not loading one thing.
You're not going to load anything.
And I'm going to set his alarm 30 minutes
This
early.
is called compromise, guys. This is how a good relationship works. You take the heat, you keep moving, you keep vibing. We'll see you guys in next week's episode. We appreciate you. Make sure to like, subscribe down below, and also check out our oral care products from somethingnicecompany.com. Best oral care products in the game. Till next time, we'll see you guys later.
Cheers.
Bye.